Hello again. Thanks for coming by Gadgets Anonymous. I'm Pietro, I'll be your host, and we're talking about the Galaxy Watch 3 by Samsung. Today it's going back in the box. Sadly, I've enjoyed using it, but there's a few things that made me not want to keep it, and I'll get to those really soon. Let's start reviewing this watch and reboxing it. Here we go. And here it is, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. The gamification's great, especially when you meet all your goals. There we go, I've completed my heart. And it's been fun. One of the main reasons I'm not keeping it is because, well, I already have this one. This one is the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. And it works great. The main differences between these two, well, physically, this one has a bezel. The battery life is actually better on the Active 2. Both of these are the LTE versions. They've changed the buttons. This one should have ECG really soon. This one already has it if you have a Samsung Galaxy smartphone. And then there's some different watch faces on here. I'll show you some of those right now, well, in a bit. And yeah, it's a great watch, but let me just go over some of the differences that I've noticed over the past month. So number one, yeah, the bezel is back and it is awesome. Yesterday when I was doing a swimming workout, it was really cool. Even though the screen itself was locked, I could quickly scroll in between the workouts. So that was nice. The new watch faces, well, here's one. That one's old. This one I think is new. It's pretty cool, weather pattern and whatnot. Let me show you another new one right here, this blue one, digital dashboard. So that one's pretty cool. The brightness, still the same, works great. Now one thing I did notice, and it was hard to film, I tried to do it, the ambient light sensor between the Galaxy Watch Active 2 and the Galaxy Watch 3, they've improved it. It's better at sensing those bright lights and then cranks up the screen and keeps it there. So that part's really great. This is a weather center one, so pretty cool. And another little subtle thing they've done on these new watch faces are when you enable the always on, watch what happens. Come on, how cool is that? When you're on different screens, there's kind of a shadow through the watch face. It's really cool. I'll try to find some footage of that and put it in the video if I can. Another new thing they've added is this, well, correction. This is one thing they should have added. This battery size is the same as this one. Yeah, it should have been there we go. So you see right there, the watch face came on, it actually had what was behind it in the background. The AOD always on display actually transparent based upon what information was viewed on the watch right before the AOD came on. Now as far as speed, it's about the same. Even though they've reduced the RAM, this only has 1 gig of RAM, where this one from last year came with 1.5. So that's kind of different. That future promise of eStage E was long awaited, and then I was really bummed that I didn't have a Galaxy smartphone to use it. The new heart rate zones for your workouts are really cool. There's some more gamification, treadmill workout, and you can see the heart rate zones right there. That's new. And this actually might be coming to the Active series and maybe even the Galaxy Watch. We don't know yet. Now, one thing that's really changed is you'll notice on the widgets, there are no more flights of stairs. They took it out. They just kind of hidden it right here, floors. And one of the reasons is because these watches for the past 4 years, even this one, they don't count the flights of stairs well. So you can see right here, they actually had a separate app and widget for it, but they've taken that away. And it was a good move, Samsung, because unfortunately your watches have a difficult time counting flights of stairs. Now the improved speaker, I mean, say what you want. I think it's louder and a little bit clear. So if I go to sound here, I'll just do a media test. So much easier with the bezel. And now we'll try it on the active. See how tingier that is? It's not nearly as good. So they've improved the speaker, which is really nice. I'm gonna miss that, especially when you wanna listen to music while you're camping. The other thing they've changed is the screenshots. So it used to be to do a screenshot. There we go. It was actually really hard. Now this is really cool. So watch this. So let's say you're on your heart and you're looking at your all-day activity and you want to screenshot that. You just press both buttons. And look at that. You can scroll down. So that's new. And then it does a nice big long screenshot, and then you can send that to your phones. You go to gallery, you find that screenshot. See how nice and wide that is? Or long. Copy an image to phone. And then as soon as that copies, the Microsoft Surface Duo, which has Android on it, and there's that cool screenshot. Pretty awesome, right? So now you can share that screenshot and it's forever part of your life. Okay, next we have, so not only did they take away the stairs, the flights of stairs data is no longer a goal because it's viewed in the steps. Okay, color lens. This is really cool. So you swipe down, you go to settings, and you scroll all the way down to accessibility, and then you want to go to visibility enhancements, color lens. So we can turn that on, and now it's going to do a green color, or we can do cyan, and we can change the opacity. So we can make it really bright. So now all of your screens are going to have that blue hue to it. And you can make it so this is enabled with 3 taps. I mean, there's quite a bit you can do with it, but it's just something that none of the watches I've had with Samsung have had before. So now we're going to go back. So it's kind of hard to read actually. Visibility, and we're going to turn color lens off. But new thing. And the other cool thing is, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's haptic feedback when you when you're pressing the buttons throughout the watch, which is really helpful. So this is a big one, number 17, blood oxygen. And it was a little weird at first. It took me some getting used to. And I'll show you the best way I found to measure it. If you go to the hospital, you'll find that their blood oxygen gadgets go right through the fingertip. So if you just put your watch down and hold really still, and I've never fallen below 90% in any of these. Sometimes it doesn't work. And there we go. And then you can tag it, general, and then all those go right to the app, to blood oxygen. And this is what the stats look like. If you go to trends, then it tells you even more. So I have a 95 minimum today, 97 maximum, and those are my different stats when I took it. Pretty cool. I mean, it's not a gimmick. I mean, if you have blood oxygen trouble, then you might find that really useful. All right, number 18, ECG. Well, I don't have a Galaxy phone. I just have this Microsoft Surface Duo, so I don't have the ECG. But I'll find another video that I really like and approve of. I'll put a link in the description below. Number 19, how you charge the Galaxy Watch and how it finally reaches 100% after 2 hours. Yeah, it turns off straight away. There's a setting. There it is, show charging info. So if you turn this on, this shows the battery level until full when the watch is always on or not shown. They didn't have that before, so that's kind of cool. The other thing is, when you're charging this watch, charging disk, when it finally reaches 100, it will actually turn off. Whereas with the Samsung Active 2, it would need another 10 minutes after it reached 100 before it's fully charged. So here we have it at 57%, and if I quickly click the button, it'll tell you what it's at, and then it will also tell you how much longer. Come on. 1 hour and 5 minutes, and that's, yeah, it does take quite a while to charge, so we're not going to charge it. We don't need to. All right, next, number 20, the ambient sensor. We talked about that already. Kind of got ahead of myself. It works great. It really does. Better than any of the watches I've used before. Number 21, I showed you that show charging info. That's about it. So really, the main reasons to buy this one is you don't have the Galaxy Watch from 2018, or you have that and your battery's shot, and maybe then you want to upgrade, or you're brand new and you really don't like the look of this one and you're afraid the screen is going to get scratched, like this one did. That's one of the huge advantages of the bezel, is that it protects the screen, and I just have some small scuffs. The bezel is really nice, but I wish they would have kept these buttons instead. The buttons on the Active 2 are much better. These just kind of little, they just stick out too much. But the watch face is great. The PPI, the actual resolution, is apparently the same, but I just think it's brighter and easier to read. Here, we'll do this. We'll do a quick comparison.
We'll set these to the same watch face.
So the health dashboard here, and we'll put this at a brightness of 4, which I normally have it, 4 or 5. Well, according to my vision, this one looks better. I know they're the same, but I don't know. So it depends on your preference. These you can pick up used for probably $200 now. This one brand new was $470 with tax. That's for the LTE one. Costco is running a deal for right around $350, $400. And I'll put a link in there. Not that I'm sponsored by Costco, but they're a great store. So there you have it. The Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. What do you think? Do you think I made the wrong choice and I shouldn't go back to 2019 technology? I don't think so. There's just not quite enough. I mean, the blood oxygen is really cool, but it's not cool enough for me to... So there's the light. Oh. So it's hard to trick it, isn't it? Couldn't measure blood oxygen. Try again. Stay still. So it is a really cool feature. It's not enough for me to upgrade. They may be coming out with a Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. Who knows? But I really did miss the bezel. And the new watch faces are great, but then again, not enough to upgrade. So that's why I'm taking it back. And the fact that the battery life actually went down. If you had the Samsung Galaxy Watch from 2018, the battery life on that one was about 4 to 7 days, easily 5 days, even with GPS every day. This one with heavy GPS, I can still make it 2 days, but with really heavy GPS, about a day and a half. If I were to enable the LTE features, it would probably only last about, probably still a day and a half, 30 hours, something like that. I am kind of a little tired. And there we go. And that's all I have about the Samsung Galaxy Watch 3. Thanks for coming by. If you have any pithy comments, type those down below in the description. You know the drill. And yeah, I do recommend it. Once again, if you're just tuning in for this outro, if you have the Samsung Active 2 and you've really missed the bezels, sure, you can upgrade, but I think you might be disappointed. If you're upgrading from the Gear S3, oh yeah, way faster. Or if you have the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, yeah, you'll be impressed. A couple times it does lag, but it works great with Spotify. It does have that GPS. It's great to have the speakerphone improvements. Probably the speakerphone, the bezel, the ambient sensor, and I do like the new sleep data, the sleep score, but the sleep score has really kind of been all over the place. Last night my sleep score was 30, and then this morning it was 90. So huge fluctuations, so maybe I have sleeping issues, I don't know. Well, that's all I have for today. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you again real soon. Don't forget my mantra for the year: run farther to get further in life. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate everyone's support. Goodbye.